innings, took great at bats, didn't hurt at all, so knew I was ready.
What does it mean to you that you actually made it back and you're along for this run?
Yeah, like I said, I think a little over a month ago, if I was playing again, I mean it's a good thing. So happy to be back. Happy to be contributing in this NLCS.
Go to Tim, about 3/4 of the way back on the left.
You just mentioned it, but when you got hurt, you said if you come back, it's a good sign because the team's still playing. When you said that, what did you think of the chances of it actually happening, or both for you and for the team?
Yeah, I thought there was a pretty good chance, we'd make the playoffs. We were playing well at the time. That's what was probably the most frustrating part is getting hurt and not being able to, help the team and contribute to that great run. But just to be back right now means a lot. Wanted to play in the playoffs. It's been tough watching, but a lot of fun at the same time. Seeing how this team's been playing.
Go to Anthony standing up in the back.
What is your just expectation now of how much you're going to play, what kind of starts you're going to get, second base versus right field, and what has Mendy told you in that regard?
I talked to Monday, a little bit ago. Told me just to be ready. It's going to change day to day. Be ready to come off the bench. Take some big at bats. A lot of the Dodgers are a lot of right-handed heavies, so I'm sure there's going to be some at bats. But he just said to be ready, and anything can happen.
Go to Harry, straight back.
Jeff, what did you need to see from yourself those couple of days in the fall league that tells you you're good to go?
Just wanted to get through it healthy. Just didn't want any pain. The wrist felt good. I took a really good at bat too. My first debut yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was 6-7 pitch at bat. Got a base hit. Felt really good. Kind of felt like myself. So as long as felt good swinging the bat with no pain. I wanted to be here.
Go to Mike, standing up all the way in the back.
Jeff, just what does it mean to you to get back to be a part of this?
Yeah, it means a lot. Just being in this organization for as long as I have, and not getting too deep in the playoffs, it means a lot to playing such a big series here. So just super happy.
Come back down to the front.
Jeff,
Oh, sorry.
Left, sorry.
I saw Tim. Okay.
We'll go to Tim after
Okay.
Jeff, it's hard to not see major league pitching and jump right back in cold and hit right away. Do you feel like that's a strength of yours? Kind of you're a throwback style hitter. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think I am the kind of hitter who can maybe do that a little bit easier. Saw some good velocity the last few days as well. So I think in the fall league they're all throwing 95, 98 seems like. So it's kind of the pitching nowadays. So felt good seeing velo, and it's gonna be tough, but just rely on my talent.
We'll go to Tim on the left side, 3/4 of the way.
Remind me, have you ever played right field here?
Yes,
What
I think so.
what challenges does that present, that position in this ballpark?
I don't remember. So I don't remember.
We'll go to Abby all the way back left.
Does getting back to the playoffs and starting the series here of all places mean something to you as a Central Coast guy who played college ball here and grew up rooting for the Dodgers?
Yeah, grew up 2 hours down the road on Santa Barbara. Grew up, going to games here. Was a Dodger fan growing up, so it means a lot to play in this ballpark. I remember when I got called up in 2018. I think this was one of the first places I got to play. So it was pretty cool. It's special for me to play in this ballpark. Have a bunch of great memories here as well, and I think my family's gonna have some pretty good memories here as well. It was my son Lucas's first game for the All-Star game, I think at a week old in 22, and then my daughter was born about a week ago. It'll be her first game at Dodger Stadium tonight. I think my first game was Dodger Stadium too, so pretty cool for the family.
Stay on the left side, about 5.
Hey, Jeff, quick question for you. I just wanted to see if you could touch on your relationship with Jose Iglesias and how he's been with you and sort of swapping in and out.
It's been fantastic. To see what he's been doing for this team, and the energy he brings, and brings like a great veteran presence, and it's it's been fun to watch what he's been doing, and he's playing great, and he's going to keep it up.
Go back to Shy on the left side.
Jeff, beyond the obvious, as you've been watching how the past couple weeks have played out for the team, what are some things that have really stuck out to you about the way that you guys have gotten here to this point?
Yeah, I think we're just all clicking at the same time. The starting pitching's been great, the bullpen's been great. We're getting some big timely hits, when we need it. So the whole team's come together, and it's been playing great baseball for a few months now.
Obviously, you have a big series to manage. Does any part of you get caught up in the history coming out here to Dodger Stadium and kind of playing in an iconic venue like this?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take a step back and realize that, what a privilege it is to be able to come to Dodger Stadium and play in NLCS. There's obviously history, but, the fact that you come to the ballpark with an opportunity to do something special and it's against a really good team means a lot, So definitely humbling, but yeah, you do take the time to step back and realize that what a privilege this is.
More for Carlos. Clinton on the far right.
Hey Carlos, you're in your first year. Doc on the other side, your managerial counterpart is obviously a veteran. Do you guys have any sort of relationship? Do you know him, and what's it like with going up against somebody like that who's got so much?
Not really. I met him, when I was a bench coach, but then briefly conversations like before a game or things like that. But a lot of respect for him. He's done a tremendous job, not only this year after facing so much adversity with the injuries and all that, but you look at 11 years or so. A special human and a really good manager. So it is, again, it's a privilege to have the opportunity to go out there and compete against him.
Go to Tim in the second row.
With Senga short today, how do you decide whether to go with Peterson like last time for a chunk of the game versus any of the other avenues?
Yeah, I think the game will tell us what to do. We're going to go out there, wait, see what happens, let the game unfold and play out, and then we'll be ready to make adjustments and make the decision who's coming in after that. The good thing is everyone is rested, everyone is ready to go. So, like I said, the game will tell us, and we'll make the call.
We got Sierra on the right side.
Hi, Carlos. With a guy like Jeff McNeil, what does he add in the possibility that he's back and playing?
A lot. He's a left-handed hitter that his bat-to-ball skills are off the chart, provides versatility defensively. This is a guy that can not only play in the infield at second base, but can play in the outfield, corner outfield, right field, left field if needed. And he's been a huge part of this team the whole year. Obviously, him being down for the past 6 weeks or so, we missed him. But he worked really hard to put himself in a position to where he's now a player for us, and he's a huge plus for us, because like I said, the bat and the versatility makes us a better team.
I was also talking to Harris and Bader, and we both agreed that this team just has that it factor. How do you describe that it factor?
It's hard to describe, to be honest with you. But it's a special group. We've been through a lot, since the very first week of the season. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of adversity, and we never gave up. We kept trusting, in each other, and here we are. For the past 2 months, I feel like we've been playing playoff baseball. But it's a special group. Not only they're talented, they're really good players, but they're special people. And when you have that type of combination, that could be scary. So here we are playing a really good team. You could probably say the same about the Dodgers. They've been through a lot, and they just got done playing a really tough series. So it'll be a fun series, and we just have to go out there and enjoy it.
A couple more in English for Carlos. We got Shy in the back on the left side.
Carlos, if you go back to June, at the point when you guys were 11 under 500, How would you describe some of the conversations you had at that point to steer everything back in the right direction? And it could often take teams a lot of effort to just get back level, and then sometimes they fall back. What are some of the conversations you guys had to ensure that didn't occur for you?
Yeah, there was a lot of conversation, and I think the biggest thing was having that mentality of one day at a time and winning each game, each day. Not necessarily the game, but our process, our preparation. So you got to give credit not only to the players who were the ones that went out there and did it, but the coaches, the support staff, the trainers, the front office. So there's a lot of people here that had a hand on it, and just a lot of conversations of, I'm going to go back to, how can we get better today? You know, are you doing everything that you need to do to get ready to play and win a baseball game? Are we doing the things that we need to do in player development, scouting, in the training room, in the weight room, with the information? So we knew there was a lot of season left. We knew we had good players, but we needed to be better. And you got to give all those guys credit, because they went out there and did it. Not only we had those conversations, but you needed to follow up and with actions, and we did that, and here we are.
We'll do one more in English, go to Hazel, and then we'll finish with Barry in English.
Carlos, the Dodgers had a quick turnaround to this NLCS. What did the extra days afford your team or allow you guys to do? I imagine you did have some advanced scouting on the Padres-Dodgers series, but what did the 2 days give you guys?
Yeah, a lot of guys needed it, especially the past 2 weeks where it felt like we're never home. Time for guys to take a step back and reset and get treatment. Rested bullpen. We were able to, adjust our rotation accordingly. A lot of meetings in preparation for potential 2 teams. We needed those 2 days, and now here we are, getting ready for what is going to be a fun series against the Dodgers, and we're ready to go.
Barry.
Hey, Carlos. Your experience with the Yankees, how did that prepare you for the season here, just getting into the postseason?
Yeah, it helped me a lot every step along the way, not only at the big league level, but in the minors. I wore a lot of different hats, whether it was an extra coach, a manager, defensive coach, coordinator, field coordinator. I went through a lot of positions there that I feel like helped me get to this position. Obviously, getting to the big leagues as a coach and then as a bench coach, and doing it in a big market like New York, where there's going to be a lot of noise, there's going to be a lot of expectations, and you have to be able to navigate tough times. You have to be consistent, and I feel like, with a lot of years that I spent with that organization, helped me prepare to get to where I'm at right now. So I'm grateful for that.
How do you find the difference between what the expectations are like being a Yankee as opposed to being a Met?
There are high expectations, whether you're with the Yankees or with the Mets. Any big market team, I'm pretty sure here with the Dodgers and cities like that, where the fan base are intense and they're passionate. But I love it, man, especially with our fan base. They've been through a lot, and not only this year, but it's been fun, watching them going to Citi Field and live and die with every pitch, just like we are. And it's a privilege, it's an honor for me to put in this uniform, and couldn't be happier.
All right, we'll do a few in Spanish. We'll start with David, second row on the right, and then we'll come to Claudia in the front.
Carlos, ¿qué tal? Si puedes describir las últimas 3 semanas de tu equipo, la trayectoria, lo que han pasado.
Increíble, de verdad que sí es difícil describir todo lo que hemos pasado. Yo no diría solamente las 3 semanas, yo creo que toda la temporada ha sido de altos y bajos, pero orgulloso del grupo, de la organización, porque para llegar hasta este punto no ha sido fácil. 3 semanas donde cada juego era un juego de playoff. Nunca lo hicimos en casa. Siento que tuvimos 3-4 días en casa, pero eso nos ayudó a nosotros a fortalecer más el grupo, porque estábamos juntos cada día. Orgulloso de ellos, y hay que darle crédito a toda la organización.
y si puedes hablar de lo que ha hecho José Quintana sus últimas 2 salidas en estos playoffs.
Increíble, de verdad que sí. Y no solamente estas últimas 2 salidas, yo diría durante toda la temporada, especialmente cuando él tuvo momentos difíciles, nunca bajó la cabeza, nunca dejó de confiar, nunca dejó de trabajar. Y las 2 salidas que ha tenido, pues, en juegos súper importantes en el playoff, ha dado todo por el equipo y nos ha dado la oportunidad de ganar juegos. Una de las grandes razones de por qué estamos aquí es él y vamos a seguir confiando en él.
Claudia, in the front.
Carlos, Jeff McNeil regresa de su lesión. ¿Cómo beneficia tenerlo en esta ronda?
Sí, obviamente un pelotero clave para nosotros. Es un bateador natural que tiene habilidades para conectar la pelota y nos da versatilidad. Puede jugar segunda base, puede jugar right field, puede jugar left field. Para nosotros es un privilegio pues, de que él haya trabajado bastante duro después de la lesión y esté activo ahora con nosotros. Él va a estar listo para cuando lo necesitemos y es todo un profesional y nos hace más profundo a nosotros.
Pregunta más. Describe a Francisco Lindor y cómo motiva al equipo.
Increíble, una superestrella, un pelotero de verdad increíble, pero también un gran ser humano. Y lo que él hace no solamente en el terreno, sino lo que hace fuera del terreno, es algo especial. De verdad que para mí es un privilegio poder contar con un pelotero de la calidad de Francisco Lindor, pues que da todo por la organización.
Take one last one, 4th row on the left.
Hola Carlos, acá no hay muchos managers latinos, empezaron 4 me parece esta temporada. Llegar a esta ronda como manager latino, ¿qué significa para ti? Y además hacerlo en tu primer año con un equipo de un mercado muy importante como Mets.
Sí, mira, es un honor y un privilegio, de verdad que sí, poder estar aquí vistiendo el uniforme de los Mets de Nueva York como dirigente y no solamente representando a mi país, Venezuela, sino a toda una comunidad latina. De verdad que es un honor, es un privilegio y es algo un reto que asumo con mucha humildad, que sigo disfrutando, le sigo dando gracias a Dios y nada, de verdad que qué honor para mí ser latino y estar en esta posición.
Sean, what kind of teammate is Jose Iglesias and what has he brought since he's been here?
He's the best. Ever since spring training, he's gone out of his way to introduce himself, and the situation was, from his perspective, like really tough, but he was always positive and uplifting. And ever since he's been here, he's just brought the energy and the vibes, and just an overall great human being, and obviously very talented on and off the field. So nothing but love for him and just everything he's brought.
Good. We got both Tims in the 2nd row.
I think you're closing on 200 innings for the year total. You've got a couple other guys in the rotation, Severino and Quintana, who have thrown more than they have in the recent past. What's allowed all of you to not just reach this point in the season still healthy, but kind of pitching as well as you have at any point in the year?
Just consistently staying on our routines. I feel like we can tell when we're pitching just based off of what kind of day it is for them, whether it's like their bullpen day or like in between, stuff like that, and just kind of holding each other accountable. It's a long grind of a season starting in February, and then it's halfway through October now, and it's you got to be consistent with everything, and I think that's just a big thing, and all of us just kind of want to go out there and be great, and I think all 3 of us and the rest of the staff have done an unbelievable job with that.
And there wasn't a lot of familiarity within that rotation at the start of the season. How has your all's camaraderie evolved over the course of the season and developed?
It's been great. I mean, I hadn't met pretty much anybody on the team before the beginning of the season. I worked out with Sevy a little bit during the off season, but other than that, we were all fairly new. But I think pretty quickly we all knew we could be good, and you're all professional with each other, and we just consistently each day just wanted to get better, and we've all done that, and just super proud of where everybody's been up to this point.
Tim,
where did you and Severino work out together?
Driveline. I believe it would have been in like December or January.
And you last faced the Dodgers in April.
Yes.
In what ways are you a different pitcher now?
Obviously, I dropped down and, mechanical stuff is different. Pitches I would say are pretty much the same, but overall just a little more confident in myself, my stuff, and it's I would say those major things. But at the end of the day, just got to go out and attack guys, and I'd say those things.
Did the confidence come after you dropped down and started pitching so well?
I would say it definitely helped, but it's always just kind of there. But you kind of have to go out there and prove it too, for yourself and everybody else. But you can only be that way for a little bit. You actually have to go do the things, and slowly but surely, I feel like I've been doing that, and I just feel like I'm in a good spot right now.
Go to Mark, third row on the left.
Kind of off of that, before your first playoff game, we asked about your playoff history. Before your next one, we asked about the previous start against the Phillies. In your career, you have not had a lot of success against the Dodgers. So I guess just along the way here, does it feel like you're kind of, proving yourself in different ways with each start?
Yeah. I think you've hit the nail on the head. There's some teams that have had my number over the years, and I feel like I've had to, the baseball gods have given me the opportunities to go out there and prove again and again. Just be able to go out there and find some good results. And this team's no different. Obviously, they're a very talented team, and I faced them multiple times throughout my career, but had some good ones and definitely a lot of bad ones. So, just trying to do my best to go out there and just give the boys a chance to win, and those opportunities no different.
Go to Abby on the right side, third row.
You've kind of talked about how you're always tinkering in the bullpen and always trying to find some different, grips or arm angles. Does that kind of stop in the postseason, or how do you manage that at this time of year?
Yeah, I feel good, and as long as I'm feeling good and healthy and just in a place where I feel like I can throw my pitches for strikes, I don't think I really need to do much else. Obviously, the hitters are going to tell me where I'm at, and I feel like I've had some good success so far. So I wouldn't say I'm overhauling anything or anything like that, but I think there's always just like a little bit of tiny mechanical stuff just to be able to have those feelings, and that's where we're at right now.